Welcome to OMG Talk Show for small business owners, workaholics. Here's your host, Paul and Sarah Finkelstein.
Hey everybody, hope you heard that intro. This is Paul Finkelstein with the OMG Talk Show for small business owners, whiz-bang entrepreneurs, and workaholic professionals. Today's topic is how do you spell winner and how do you spell whiner? Did I just give it away or did I spell it right? There are all kinds of ways to spell things, and do you hold it against somebody if they can't spell? What if their spell checker's wrong? What if their Siri keeps changing the words around every time they type something? And you know what's interesting? It's kind of hard for me to communicate just on electronic devices. Is that with you too? How many people here are actually good spellers? Raise your hand. Nah, I can't see your hand. So why don't you just comment or like or put something in the comments on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're listening to this. Just put some comments if you think that winner and whiner is spelled correctly or you like to spell it differently. But that being said, I don't hold it against anybody, no matter how they spell it. I like to see encouragement. I like to see reliability. I like to see dedication. I like to see some spunk. I like to see some pep in your step. I'd rather see some of those 1-minute commercials at our networking meetings where you feel like you're sold yourself, because the last 4 letters of the word enthusiasm are IASM. And IASM stands for I am sold myself. Now, are you sold yourself on your profession? Probably. Maybe you're okay with not being enthusiastic. Maybe you like to just sell some things in a monotone voice and get people really enthusiastic about why they should buy from you. But you know that people don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. So let's talk about the things that make a winner, because we're not going to talk about whiner because you could see those everywhere you go, left, right, etc. So what is the first? I'll give you three of them today about being a winner. I talked about a couple of them in my prior episodes. The first thing is for you daters out there that are still looking for Mr. and Mrs. Right or whatever. When you date, are you desperate? If you're desperate, doesn't it show? And that goes for you business people in networking meetings, whether you're at BNI, the TIP, Chamber of Commerce's, whatever free leads group you're going to, or paid leads groups you're going to. If you're desperate, doesn't it show? So here's a technique so you never have to be desperate. You don't have a D on your big forehead. So the first thing you need to do so you're not desperate, I made up a 3-method formula. It's Paul's formula, if you will. Maybe somebody else is using it out there. But in 1998, on April 18, 1998, at 10 o'clock in the morning at Denny's, I tried this formula out on my wife. And I figured, you know what? This could work for business because it could help a system. Because I know how much even McDonald's, successful businesses have to have a system. And the system here, dating, networking, etc. You don't even have to have a D anymore on your forehead, because number one of the 3 things you need to never be desperate. And you can go after your dream and your desires. Here's the first one. Every single person you meet could be a resource. Maybe you're waiting to hear a story that I have inside me that could inspire you big time and could affect your life tremendously in a great positive way. So I could be a resource. It might not be my story. Maybe it's somebody I know's resource, because I know the people that have been coming to our networking group might not have met somebody if it wasn't for the networking group. Just think about that. What if you had never met the person, the client of your dreams, if it wasn't for me or somebody in our networking group? So everybody you meet could be a resource. So I don't care whether you spell whiner or winner, any way you want to spell it. I don't care how you spell. But I do care about is your enthusiasm. I do care about that you're as sold on whatever you're good at. So number one is resource. Every single person you meet could be a fabulous resource. Number two, if they're not a resource, perhaps maybe they can be an amazing friend. Number two, what if the people you're meeting can be an amazing friend? So that's number two. And the last one, you're always looking for a customer or client. And if they fall under customer or client, then you have it. So those are the three things. I made those up April 18, 1998, before Facebook even really existed. So those are the three things so that you can be a winner in small business or in dating or whatever. Okay, so you don't have to have a D on your forehead anymore, no matter what networking group you go to. But if you don't have a networking group to go to, or you want to add another networking group in the Delray Beach area, 8 to 9 a.m. on a Wednesday, except for this Wednesday because it's Thanksgiving. They have a little special shindig going on. But after next Wednesday, after Thanksgiving, every Wednesday from 8 to 9, just check out omgtalk.com and join us and see if it's a fit for you. And by the way, did I tell you it's free? So that's the first of the three things I'm going to talk to you about being a winner and not being a whiner, and maybe spelling it correctly. But who cares? All right. So what's the second thing about being a winner? Well, how would you like to have a tremendous positive attitude where nothing shakes your tree? Nobody and nothing shakes your tree. Nobody and nothing shakes your tree. Not this, not that, whatever. A tremendous positive attitude. That means, I'm sorry, folks, but if you've never read a book since high school, I'm going to encourage you to go pick up a book and read one page out of a book that could be incredibly scary for you. Think and Grow Rich by Dr. Napoleon Hill. There's a more modern version. I warn you, though, this book, the modern version, has 481 pages. This book has 233 pages. I gave some samples and I actually ripped out a page so I could show you what a page looks like, because I'm going to tell you and suggest you, hopefully inspire you, that if you read one of these things, one of these pages every day for 21 days, keep going, don't stop. Keep going, don't stop. I mean, they say that a habit is after 21 days. So whatever you want to get to a new habit, do it for 21 days. But this book, Think and Go Rich, will help you develop an attitude where nobody or nothing can shake your tree. What does that mean? If you're an immigrant, if you don't speak English, wherever you're listening to this, or if you speak English and it's right over your head because you just don't read, just know that when nothing bothers you, you're driving in your car, you're in traffic, you're talking to your windshield, the person in front of you is driving too slow, does it bother you? If you can have an attitude where nothing can shake your tree, you are a winner. And you're born a winner anyway, beside the point. So this is just reminders every day, because we're filled with all kinds of negative news throughout the day. I was told that newspapers and mainstream media and magazines, etc., they sell more when they talk about negative news. If they talk about happy stuff, nobody would buy it. Do you buy that? Apparently, it's something that's been going on for years and years and years and years and years. So number two, develop an attitude where nobody can shake your tree, and read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Dr. Napoleon Hill. My third thing to help you be a winner and not a whiner, spell it any way you want, but spell it like this because that's the correct way. The third thing is a famous, I don't know how famous, but it's a quote that I've heard years and years and years for probably decades, more than 3. And that's this: readers are leaders. Now spell readers and spell leaders, and readers and leaders and winners and whiners, but readers are leaders. And leaders are winners. So those are your 3 things for my tip for today about being a winner and a whiner. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you have a tremendous day. Happy Saturday.
You've been listening to the OMG Online Meet and Greet Talk Show. Just for listening, grab 28 grand prizes at omgtalk.com or onlinemeetandgreet.com.